Hello my friends and fellow gamers, and welcome back to this Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. My name is Blue, and I am joined by my party, my ever-growing party. We've got Lae'zel, Will and his summoned Quasit Shovel, Astarion, and of course Halsin has joined our party as well. In the previous episode, we took care of Priestess Gut and obviously rescued the Druid Halsin. I've already looted this area, just so that you guys wouldn't have to watch me do that. And we are about to go take care of the rest of the Goblin camp. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take care of these Goblin guards right outside the door. So one quick note, I gave Astarion the Warg Fang dagger that was in the Warg pens, basically just for the rest of this adventuring day. I'll have it on him so that goblins will have disadvantage on attack rolls against him. He's primarily an archer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's go ahead and apply Hunter's Mark. I don't know if it particularly matters. Let's just go ahead and do it to the Sharp Eye Eve in the background. Let us go ahead and shoot an arrow for 18 damage. Well done. And remember, we've leveled up, so we get extra attack now. So he is going to use his extra attack. Yay, Luna finally leveled up. She was the only one who didn't reach level 5 because why not? Let's go ahead and use that Dread Ambusher and take care of this goblin over here. 14 damage on them. And Astarion is just going to spread out a little bit so that everybody is not clumped up. Luna is going to cast Shillelagh and go ahead and whack Sharp-Eyed Nass for 5 damage, just enough to kill them. Yeah, we'll let Shovel have a turn. We'll have her creep up and slash out for 7 damage. Great job, Shovel. Will is going to... Yeah, I'll have him use a hex here. Just for that tick of extra damage that might potentially kill this goblin. Oh, and because we are level 5, we now get 2 Eldritch Blast projectiles. That makes Will so incredibly strong. You can see there that was a total of, I think it was like 25 damage just from that Eldritch Blast cast. Before we continue on, let's go ahead and level up Luna. Druid level 5. She gets some interesting stuff. As the Tiefling race, she gets the Legacy of Kania, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, Flame Blade. Probably never going to use that, but it's cool to have. And for our spell slots, we get level 3 spells, which are really nice. I'm going to go ahead and grab Plant Growth, that might be nice. Sleet Storm might be nice. Protection from Energy might be nice in a pinch. I'm going to go back and grab Hold Person to see if we can use that on either Minthara or Dror Ragzlin in the upcoming fight. So that is Luna done, and I do think she got a couple of extra wild shape forms. I know it's not available, but... oh, maybe not. Alright, so let's go ahead and loot all of these bodies. Oh, I think it's level 6 that she gets a new wild shape form, the Owl Bear, which I think would be really fun to have. Okay, so we could try and approach Minthara from just over the ladder, but I think I would prefer to sneak in from the side. And before I forget, we're going to go ahead and short rest so that Luna gets her wild shape charges back. And Will gets that 1 warlock slot back that he used for a hex. So I'm just having everybody sneak. Why were these goblins not in this main room when this conflict was going down? I'm not sure, but I'm going to have Astarion peel off. Why are they not hostile? I've slaughtered your entire camp. I'm not going to complain. Astarion is just going to go ahead and shoot an arrow into warrior Druk.
You attacked someone.
Blah,
Only
blah,
the
blah.
guards are allowed to do that.
Let's go ahead and attack. Astarion shoots another arrow into warrior Druk for 12 damage. And then, oh, everybody else is getting pulled into the combat. Let's go back to Astarion and have him do Dread Ambusher on the other one, just to try and weaken them a little bit. 17 damage. Great job from Astarion.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Everybody is getting pulled into combat. I'm going to have Will come forward, and he will reapply the Hex to the one with slightly more health, and then he will put one Eldritch Blast projectile onto that warrior, and the other one onto that warrior. Ooh, he sadly missed the one with 1 HP, but that's fine. Let's see if Luna... Maybe Thorn Whip? Just need 1 damage. Great. 8. Alright, so that is them. I wonder if I can convince the spiders to fight for me. But I also really like that I can just shove people in there. I'm gonna have her talk to them. I think I already have Speak with Animals on. Yep. So let's go ahead and use that lever. And then let's talk to the spiders.
Yes, my desire. Closer, my sweet. I will wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you.
No, thank you. Instead, why don't you eat goblins instead, huh? They're delicious, I hear. Oh, easy peasy.
Delicious, I do not know. But cruel and sharp, yes. Bindable and wrappable and biteable, yes.
Fantastic. So let's go ahead and... I want to take care... Let's do Minthara first. I don't know why I tried to sneak. Everybody is here. Okay. So these ones aggroed right away towards us. Let's go ahead and have Astarion reapply his Hunter's Mark. It's nice that Minthara has not aggroed to us yet. That is really nice. So shot 1 goes into Scrut for 19 damage and it banes him. Shot 2 also goes into Scrut for 17 damage. And let's go ahead and end him with the Dread Ambusher for 20 damage. Great job from Astarion. He's just going to scooch around and he's actually going to put this torch out just to create a little bit of darkness. And I'm going to have Lae'zel come forward and attempt to chuck the Scrying Eye into the void. Perfect. So that combat is all done really easily. I wonder if I can get Astarion. Let's go into turn-based mode. Can I get Astarion to get a free shot on Minthara? Yes, I can. Perfect.
It's about to be returned in kind.
Sorry, Minthara, but also not really. Alright, he will once again reapply his Hunter's Mark onto Minthara. And then we'll use his Dread Ambusher on Minthara as well. Perfect, and he will just scooch a bit farther into the room.
Survival is all that matters.
Luna
At the ready.
is going to put down spike growth right about here. It's nice that they're backed into the corner so that I can like really put spike growth like way in front of them. And Luna needs to try and protect this concentration as much as possible. I don't really think she has anything that will help her with that, so she's just going to hope that the goblin whose turn is next does not attack her. Spike growth doing a fantastic job. Will is going to come forward and turn off. Nope, I don't have enough movement for that. I might just put Hunger of Hadar right there. I mean, I know I'm already concentrating on Hex, but this might be a better... Actually, I'm going to use that strategy, I think, in the next room. So instead, he will reapply a Strength Hex onto Minthara and put both of his Eldritch Blasts into Minthara as well. She is so dangerous, and holy crap, Will. Great job.
I am fury. I am death.
And now we've got Lae'zel. She does not want to walk onto the spike growth, so she is just going to shoot an arrow at Rozak. Sadly missing, but she does get an extra shot. And sadly missing. That's alright. So let's see if Astarion can clean this up.
Another
Indeed.
parasite. Collect it. It might be useful.
I love how Halsin and Shovel are still both hiding. So you can unhide, and Shovel, you can unhide as well. Let's go ahead and end our concentration on spike growth. It did a really great job. Let's go ahead and loot Minthara. That was one of the easiest ways that she ever went down. So we've got another Mind Flayer Parasite from her, as well as some Boots of Striding, which I can't actually remember what that does. Alright, when you cast a spell that requires concentration, you get momentum. While you're concentrating, you can't be knocked prone. That might be nice for Will. I mean, it would be nice for Luna as well. But Will tends to be concentrating on Hex quite a bit. Oh, he's not proficient in medium armor. How sad. I keep forgetting that. So he'll put his leather boots back on. I don't know if it matters which set of leather boots he's wearing. So I guess in the meantime, maybe Astarion could use it, because he's always concentrating on Hunter's Mark. Yeah, so let's give him those.
Let's move.
Let's go ahead and steal whatever's inside the gilded chest. Some water sparkers. Oh, I still want to grab them though. Silly me. Let's grab the war map and the scroll of blur. And up here should be a potion of healing. So really all that's left to do is take down Dror Ragzlin. Scroll of Scorching Ray. Let's grab the Elixir of Poison Resistance. I don't really care about the Goblin Scimitar. Hi, baby. Alright. So, let's see. Can Astarion... They're not aggressive? Okay, let's see how quickly we can do this. Let's put on a minor illusion. Right about here. I guess they don't want to go investigate the cat? How weird. Okay, new plan. Astarion will break off from the party. And he is going to take advantage of the high ground and is just gonna go ahead and shoot down at Dror Ragzlin for a critical hit for 14 damage. Let's go ahead and scooch over to Luna, who's going to yet again put down a spike growth. I would love to get them a little bit more clumped. Do I have any of those void bulbs that kind of clumps everybody together? I don't think so. I always sell stuff like that when I have them. Okay, so sadly not. So I don't know if spike growth would be the best idea here. So instead, she is just going to immediately go into wild shape, into her favorite form, the bear. And is going to just take a shot at Narvis. Nice. So who is not in combat? I think everybody's in combat. Okay. Luna gets extra attack as well in her wild shape. So she flashes out at Cogrin. And then she'll just kind of scooch forward a little bit, making sure that she's not too close to the edge.
Let's have some carnage.
Astarion, with his extra attack, well, first he's going to reapply Hunter's Mark onto Dror Ragzlin. Then we'll fire down at Dror Ragzlin for 19 damage, and then finally use his Dread Ambusher for one more shot for 21 damage. That is a job well done. He is just going to sneak back into the corner so that nobody can knock him off of the rafters. Shovel is going to sneak forward a little bit and try and scare somebody. Let's try and scare Devout Cry. Wow, it worked. It was only a 35% chance to hit, or to land rather, and it did. Lae'zel will come forward and Booming Blade. The actually, let's go ahead and do the Sharp-Eyed Rue, because I think the Devout should have disadvantage upon being frightened. Yes. Lae'zel will take another swing. Perfect. And move forward a little bit. Pardon me. So we got a nice surprise round. That's really great. Astarion. Sorry, not Astarion. Will, rather. Is going to reapply a Strength Hex. Actually, we really should whittle down Dror Ragzlin. Let's not give him the opportunity to try anything. So let's Strength Hex Dror Ragzlin. And we will send both Eldritch Blasts. I'm going to turn off the Repelling Blast for right now. I don't think I need to knock him into the corner. But both beams of Eldritch Blast go straight into Dror Ragzlin's chest for quite a bit of damage. I think that was 27 damage from Will. And he's just going to scooch back a little bit. More goblins are surprised. Halsin the Cave Bear comes forward and he is going to multi-attack the Devout. Wow. Not very impressive, Halsin, but it's fine. And he's just going to scooch farther inward. Okay. Astarion creeps forward and sends one shot down into Dror Ragzlin for 14 damage. Fantastic. And then he will send his second shot down into Devout Cry for 16 damage. Well done, Astarion. Shovel is just going to creep forward and smack Warrior Huck for 7 damage. Great job, Shovel.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel will back her up and Booming Blade Warrior Huck for 10 damage. And then extra attack for 15 damage. Well done. Level 5. I did not move out of your range. I disagree, but anyway. Level 5 is such a fantastic power spike. I am so excited.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Luna will scuttle
I
forward
wonder if the gods are watching me.
and lash out at Booyog Nat for 13 damage, and we'll do it again. Ooh, for a critical miss.
The blade will not bend.
Will is going to come up onto the altar and will reapply a Strength Hex onto Warlock Bolt. And maybe just to get them away from his team, he will turn Repelling Blast back on before sending 2 bolts into the Warlock, one of them for a critical hit. Will is having a great episode so far. Well done to Will. So 1 more Goblin left. Booyog Nat. Ooh, gets off a hold person on Lae'zel. Halsin scuttles off to the side and smacks out at Booyog Nat. Perfect.
You did it. You actually did it. The leader's dead. Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure.
I was happy to
Killing's
help.
Never my first choice, but those 3 were too dangerous to leave alive.
Indeed. Well, I've done my part. Your grove should be safe now, so tell me everything about Moonrise.
Let's get out of this pit, firstly.
You're deflecting,
Return to
Halsin.
the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
Fair enough. Okay. So Luna will, for real, drop her wild shape. And I'm going to loot everything in this room, including the treasure trove back here, and I will bring you guys back when I'm done with that. Alright, and we're back with everything looted. One thing I gave Lae'zel these new gloves, the Gloves of the Growling Underdog, which gives her advantage on melee attack rolls if she's surrounded by 2 or more foes, and since she's the fighter, often in the fray of combat, that should happen quite a lot. And additionally, I gave Minthara's armor to Astarion. So that's really the only thing of note. Now let's go ahead. I don't know why Abdurak is still here, but I think there are just a couple more goblins that we can fight right up here. So Abdurak is neutral, so we're just going to let him go. And Astarion is just going to move into the room as much as he can. He can stay at the bottom of the steps. And he will go ahead and shoot an arrow into Warrior Trin. Actually, first, he is going to reapply his Hunter's Mark. And then send an arrow into Warrior Trinzas for 15 damage. A second arrow into Warrior Trinzas for 9 damage. Fantastic. And then he will use his Dread Ambusher ranged and send an arrow into Warrior Nrog. Ooh, a critical miss. A rare miss from Astarion. Shovel can just kind of peel off to the side here. Will is going to come through as much as he can. Those doors always kind of mess with the trajectory of moving forward. But anyway, he will go ahead and reapply a Strength Hex onto Warrior Nrog. And then send 2 Eldritch Blast projectiles. He has gotten like 3 critical hits today. Wow. And that will do it for his turn. Luna will come forward. And I will just have her use her entire movement to dash up onto... Oh, I don't think she can make it because of that person blocking the top of the steps. So instead... Oh, she did make it. Perfect. Maybe... Can she shove? Nope. That's okay. She can just hold her ground up there. Okay, so we see the other goblins coming down to meet the party. Oh, nope, they're going up to say hi to Luna, I suppose. Point blank shot on Luna misses. Further shot on Luna misses.
My path be true.
Lae'zel comes forward. And she I mean, I don't think we have any more short rests, so we're probably going to rest after this, so she's just going to use some of her spell slots and send Magic Missile into that one Goblin and call it a turn. Astarion will just kind of scooch to the center of the room, reapply Hunter's Mark, and we'll send an arrow into Sharp Eye Gruz for 19 damage. Great job. And let's see if he can shoot down from the low ground onto Tracker Fezzik. Or Fezg. Not entirely sure how to pronounce that.
This is my time.
Shovel can just come into the room at least.
Battle favors the fearless.
Will is going to come up these steps and back himself in away a little bit just to get a little bit of distance. Reapply a Strength Hex onto Tracker Tizg and send 2 Eldritch Blasts into them. Both of them miss! I just got done praising your performance, Will.
Can't even catch my breath.
Luna will cast Shillelagh and will smack the Tracker. Perfect. And we'll just scooch forward to the other Sharp Eye Nosk in the corner. He sends an arrow into Luna for 11 total damage. Lae'zel will come up the ladder. And we'll go as far forward as she can and attempt to Magic Missile the Sharp Eye. Perfect. I don't think Astarion can get an angle. Oh, yes he can. Oh, from across the ways. Didn't really mean for him to do that, but that's fine. Okay, perfect. I'm going to just ungroup everybody so that they don't go running around everywhere. Astarion will go back up to where he just was and loot some stuff. Not turn on a lamp. I said loot some stuff. And then Luna will also loot some stuff. So we've got this goblin body, but also a chest over here with a torch in it. So worth it. Please just loot the body, thank you. Okay, I think that is everybody looted. And that should be the entire camp cleared out. Yeah, so not a living soul left, so let's go ahead and warp to the grove. And let's go ahead and celebrate with the Tieflings. Our fantastic victory has ensured their safety, and surely they'll be able to get to Baldur's Gate without any further issues, right? Excellent. So where is Zevlor?
A scout
There we go.
just reported. The Goblin's leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet.
Yes, you will.
And I hear you are the one to thank.
I am.
I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Thank you very much.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
Then it is enough.
For reunions. Halsin has returned too, and I expect he'll want to speak with you. As for us,
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
I'll catch you later. We'll see you there. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Halsin as well.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the grove. I am in your debt, my friend. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. This
great camera work. In case you didn't know, Kagha's dead. She was swayed by the shadow druids, and I unfortunately had no choice but to put her down.
Kagha. Poor child. The Grove will be a dimmer place without her potential.
But I don't think so, but okay.
You had no choice. I failed her long before you arrived. The shadows could not have tempted her if I had taught her as I should have. But the Grove still stands even if she does not. Thanks to you.
The Grove is nature's beating heart. I was glad and happy to help save it.
If only you had come to this place in more peaceful times, you'd have been a welcome addition.
So what happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Well, I will welcome your wisdom, Halsin.
Yes.
Until then.
Now, stop squirming.
I haven't decided if I'm going to romance anybody in this playthrough. I'm low-key tempted to romance Halsin, but I always hear that you should have your romantic partner in your party, and I don't think I would want him in my party as I fulfill that role of druid. But I'll have to think a little bit more about it.
You scattered the goblins. Peace can finally return to this corner of the Sword Coast. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm just glad I could help.
As am I. And I'm sure those poor refugees would quite agree.
Anyways, I want to trade.
Of course.
Alright, and we're back. So I sold off all of our junk to the various merchants in the Grove, and now I've come back into the Inner Sanctum to try and get my reward from Wrath.
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you.
You are so welcome, buddy.
No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days.
You as well.
I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
Really, it kind of was, but think nothing of it. I'm very glad that Halsin is safe and home.
As am I. The Grove will be whole again. And I promised you a reward, didn't I?
You did.
Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Thank you very much.
How could I?
So let's go back into Nettie's chambers and the library within, but also let's go ahead and talk to Nettie. Let's see if she rewards us for bringing Halsin back.
Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I can ever restore Sylvanas' peace to this place. But I'll have the chance. Thanks to you.
Indeed. Okay, so I think she gave us a little pouch with some alchemy ingredients in it. Yep. Okay, so the bird is feeling better. Let's chat with it.
Wing's still a little stiff, but I'm getting stronger.
I'm happy for you. And then in here, we see all of these pedestals, but one of them is empty. So let's go ahead and, amongst all of the junk still in our inventory, let's try and find that rune that Wrath gave us, the Rune of the Wolf. Okay, and then let's go around and start touching all of the runes.
Well, well.
There we go.
What have we here?
You get a secret chamber. Please let me in. Thank you. So we see a hidden vault here, and we've got a glaive here. Sorrow.
Beautiful glaive. So why does touching it give me a knot in my
Right
stomach?
here. So Sorrowful Lash, it basically gives you a free cast of the Thorn Whip cantrip. I'm not proficient with glaives, and I don't think anybody will be using it, so I'll probably just end up selling it, but it's a really cool glaive. Okay, the Druid note. Go ahead and have a read if you would like to. And then in here, we also get the Robe of Summer, which basically grants you resistance to cold damage. Again, I'll probably just sell it because I don't think anybody in my party will actually end up wearing it. And then we've got some information about the secret societies, so the Harpers, the Shadow Druids, the Order of Klurd, and the Dark Justiciars. And there should be some various potions in all of these crates. Very nice. And let's go ahead and warp out to the Emerald Grove environs. And we're going to go to camp and party with the Tieflings. Who wants to chat? Volo wants to chat. I'm not going to let Volo steal my eye just because I like how Luna looks without, or like with both of her eyes aesthetically as they are.
Comfortable. Thank you so much.
You are so
I
welcome.
was just settling in and reviewing my latest findings. Mind flayers, cultists, and, of course, your esteemed company.
What do you know about mind flayers?
Why, I'm practically an expert. They've tentacles, you know. Quite shocking. The druid Halsin had some kind of mind flare specimen in a jar in his quarters. A replica, no doubt, but truly fascinating to see up close.
I fought one of them.
Here, on the Sword Coast. Impossible.
Well, not only have I encountered a mind flayer, I've killed one.
That can't be.
Sure it can. I was captured by mind flayers. I'm lucky to be alive.
You're mad.
I mean, maybe, but...
Tell me, have you noticed any residual psionic malaise since the alleged encounter?
I have, because the mind flayer infected me with his parasite.
That's quite impossible. You'd have undergone ceramorphosis by now.
No. If only your disbelief could alter facts.
If what you say were true, you'd be a mind flayer by now.
Well, clearly not.
Infected by a mind flare? Huh, ridiculous. Isn't it?
No. Examine me for yourself if you want to further look.
I'd be irresponsible not to debunk such a strange claim. If I just peer in your eye, I could quickly... Oh, dear sweet gods!
Well, quit the shouting. Can you help?
I mean, yes. I suppose I can. I'll need to research the particulars, however. Give me a bit of time, and I'll have this little issue sorted.
All right, perfect. And so we get a nice little vest that's good for a bard. When you inspire an ally using bardic inspiration, you gain 4 temporary hit points. That might be nice for Karlach. Hint, hint. Let's go ahead and end the day and party with the Tieflings. I'm gonna skip the partying scenes, and I'll bring you back if anything interesting happens. Alright, so we've mingled with everyone, and we actually ended up flirting with Astarion, so we're probably gonna celebrate with him when we go to bed. If it's not too raunchy, I'll include it in the video, but if it gets a bit too spicy, I'll cut it out. Let's go ahead and use up our camp supplies.
The buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek?
Let's go ahead and pursue Astarion.
Your heart skips a beat. What treasures might this night bestow?
I mean, I do have the nudity censored as part of the settings here, so we won't be seeing any private bits, but we might get a bit, you know, raunchy.
There you are. I've been waiting.
Waiting since the moment I set eyes on you. Waiting to have you.
I will just say nothing, and I'll just let him kiss me. Just careful of the horns, buddy. I will relax and enjoy myself and trust him not to bite. So Luna awakes and notices the scars on his back, and she's going to ask him about them. Interesting scars. Where'd you get them?
It's a poem. A gift from my old master, Cazador. He considered himself quite the artist, and used his slaves as a canvas. He composed and carved that one over the course of a night. He made a lot of revisions as he went.
That sounds horrible. Why did he write it in Infernal? That's normally a devil's language.
Infernal? Who knows? The bastard was insane. Anyway, enough pillow talk. Let's go before the tieflings drag us into another mess.
I trust you enjoyed your evening.
I did very much, thank you.
It was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
To Moonrise Towers, then. May the sun and stars guide us.
What's so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
Well, it sounds like I have no choice. I need to find a way through.
You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Well, I've already found that hidden entrance in the temple to the Temple of Selûne, and the way is already cleared.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Well, let's go then.
May Sylvanas guide us.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, The Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Yeah, we're still going to find it, but we do eventually need to get to Moonrise Towers. Anyways, with that, we're going to end the episode here. In the next episode, we're going to wrap up some loose ends that are still here in Act 1, namely the Paladins of Tyr that are after Karlach, as well as Auntie Ethel. But that will be in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I hope to see you in the next video, and until then, I hope you have a really great day. Bye bye!